it is all about Trump, Trump, Trump. But it's exactly about Trump, 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 because, Lisa, under Democrat presidents, we've had even more illegal migrants arrested and deported back in the Obama days, and there were no riots and protests then. People just accepted that that's the law. But because Trump's doing it, suddenly it causes a riot.
Yeah, exactly. And look, and Trump is doing exactly what he said he would do. So there's no surprise in that he's cracking down on immigration. And Justin, to your point, immigration is great, but it's the illegal immigration that they've got a problem with. That's very clear. That's not disputed. And that's what people are standing up to and saying, look, if you come here illegally, we don't want you. If you are here, then assimilate. Be part of our community. Be respectful of the fact that you are in this country, be it America, be it Australia. You're in this country because you have chosen it.
Yeah, I think Trump likes to trick it all up too to make it look like he's a little bit more dramatic than he really is, and so you get that backlash. Let's come back to Australia, where much more sensible country, of course, where we've got the local government, the Northern Beaches Council in Sydney up there, beautiful part of the world where people live, you know, right up against some of the best beaches in a wonderful climate. It is literally heaven on earth, but they want to solve the Middle East. They want to end the war, and their council's going to do it. Listen to this Greens councillor.
Whilst foreign policy is the responsibility of the federal government, many Northern Beaches residents are horrified by the ongoing military attacks by the Israeli Defence Force on the people and infrastructure of Gaza. They would like us to do whatever is in our power to stop the bloodshed.
Justin, do you really think the ratepayers of the Northern Beaches want their council to deliver world peace?
I was going to say, there's a guy who's planning to run for the Senate one day into the future, or at least he's hoping to. I'm for world peace, and I'm obviously for people espousing it wherever they can. But but that's right. It's kind of an obvious thing, isn't it? It's when when a politician says, "Oh, I'm all for health and education and better roads," and well, name me a politician who isn't. It's kind of just so obvious that they don't look. It's just, I've got to be frank. It's just, I like the sentiment, but it's just garbage. I'm all for
world peace, Lisa. I just don't think it's going to be delivered by Miss Universe or the Northern Beaches Council.
The Dolphins might be saved by Miss Universe. Well, look, at least he knew that it was the federal government that was responsible for foreign policy, so you have to give him a tick there. Look, what is he, 21? I think there was some reference to his greatest experience in life as far as business goes was working at Kentucky Fried Chicken. So he needs to go back to understanding exactly what the role is of local council. Look at the rates, roads and rubbish. You talked about garbage. Well, he needs to focus on getting the garbage collected, not trying to interfere and thinking he can make some grand stance and waste so much time on the same night that they vote in a 25% pay rise. So he actually walked away with money in his pocket after all of that.
A 25% rate rise.
Rates, you're right, rate rise.
They stuck their ratepayers for a 25% increase in their rates, just staggering, on the same night that they did.
They're obviously not a good council.
They're not a good council. Oh, man, they need a sister city relationship with Gaza now to sort things out and deliver world peace. Now, Justin, there's a game of sport on tonight. Some people call it footy. I still can't quite think of it as footy, but rugby league, state of origin, Queensland versus New South Wales, playing in Perth, strangely enough. Is it getting much attention in Melbourne, or is this all anathema to you?
What are you talking about? New South Wales and who? Someone else.
Queensland.
What are they doing? They're playing a game somewhere. Yeah. Where are they playing? What is it?
They're playing. It's in Perth, and it's rugby league. State of origin.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good luck to them. Good luck.
No need to ask you, Lisa.
I hope they do well.
Are you AFL boys?
You'll be on the Maroons, no doubt, Lisa, looking to get some revenge and put it to a decider, surely.
What's that game? What are they playing?
It has to go to a decider.
No.
Yeah. Look, I let the team down tonight because I walked into the office this morning and the whole team looked at me and said, "Where's your maroon?" I was like, "Ugh." So it's black, but I'm sorry, I let the state down on that one. But yes, come on, you have to be watching that game tonight at least.
Look, I tell you what, I might even have a look.
I say it's a win. I say it's a win to make it a decider.
We would like to see a third game. You want a decider back over here where people watch rugby league. Why Perth is involved, I've got no idea, but we will see. Thanks for joining us, Lisa and Justin. We'll catch you next week, and we'll see whether or not the Maroons do get up.